Hi friends. I am sitting today in my vehicle because it's quiet here and there's no kids sitting in here doing schoolwork or being loud or playing Legos or anything like that. It's just nice sometimes to have a change of scenery, even if it's out the front door. So that is where I'm at today. And I have a scripture that I want to read for you, but I have a question kind of to set the stage or set the tone for our time today. And it's this: when was the last time that you sat and thought about Jesus? Just about who he is, what he's done, what we know him to be from scripture. And so hold that thought. Keep that as kind of the preface as to the scripture. So Hebrews chapter 1 verse 1 says, "In the past, God spoke to our forefathers through the prophets." And I can't talk today. In the past, God spoke to our forefathers through the prophets at many times and in various ways. But in these last days, he has spoken to us by his Son, whom he appointed heir of all things, and through whom he made the universe. The Son is the radiance of God's glory and the exact representation of his being, sustaining all things by his powerful word. That's just one place that I've gone to recently to get to know Jesus a little bit better, to kind of get a glimpse of who he is. And I would say, how do I say it? That's kind of a far away view of Jesus. That's kind of like okay, I see you in the distance, or I see you on your throne. I see you as holding the world in your hands, Jesus. But there's so many times in scripture that we see him on his knees. We see him reaching out his hands to people, to children, to hurting and wounded people, as well as people who thought they were whole and healthy. And one thing that I've experienced lately, as I've had space, and maybe it's out of necessity, I don't know, but I have just really gotten to know him differently. I have gotten to experience his kind, compassionate invitation to me to lay things at his feet, things that seemed really big and overwhelming to begin with, but as soon as I lay them at his feet, he becomes bigger. He becomes what clouds my vision and pushes everything else out. Now, does this mean that those things just go away the way I want him to? No. Unfortunately, it doesn't. But in his presence, there's something just unique. And there's a song out right now by Natalie Grant, and it's called "My Weapon." And I love one of the lines of the song. It says, "Your presence is my greatest weapon." And I've just resonated that today, even as I listened to that song this morning. And it came to me that, like, spending time with him, getting to know him, having just his presence supersedes anything else that I want, really. And I haven't always been able to say that, but I feel like I'm getting there. I'm growing in that just sitting in his presence, knowing that he's there with me in this space, whether it's hard or easy or fun or exhausting, whatever your scenario is, whatever my day looks like, having him there just takes away so much. It fills the space so much and so differently. And so what my encouragement for you today is, or invitation, I would like to invite you to spend time with Jesus, or to just get to know him. Think about him and what he's done for you in your life. Maybe you can recall instances where he has just been so real and so evident and so there. Or maybe there's scenarios in your life, situations that were hard and you don't know where he was at. Ask him. Invite him to show you himself in those spaces. And just get to know him differently. Invite him to show you who he is in a different way today. So I hope you have a great and wonderful day. I hope that you just are able to delight in his presence and get to know him a little bit differently today. So until next time, have a great day and God bless.